Well, today we are taking a look at the NUX MG30 and we're trying to answer some of your questions. If you're watching my YouTube channel on a regular basis, maybe you have recognized that I put out a couple of videos about the NUX MG30, and the reason for that is I really like this modeling unit. It's very affordable, but I think it can compete with some of the high-end modeling units as far as the sound and the effects quality is concerned. It's not that flexible, of course, but yeah, to me the effects quality and sound quality is maybe similar to a Kemper or maybe the Helix. Anyway, if you are considering to get a unit in that price range, I can definitely recommend this unit. And there are a couple of questions which you sent me, which I would like to address today. So the first question is, I'm thinking about buying the NUX or getting the NUX or the Veliton or the Zoom G6, I think, or maybe some other competitor in the lower budget price range. And my opinion is, as I said before, of all of these modeling units in that category around 200 euro, this is the best sounding which I know. I personally own the Veliton GP200. I own the NUX, of course. I own the Mower G200, Mower GE300, which is way more expensive. And of course I own all the high-end units like the Kemper, the newer GSP, Quad Cortex, and the XFX. But I would not compare it to these units. So more or less in the low price region, yeah, I don't know anything which sounds better than the NUX. The Veliton GP200, in my opinion, comes close, and of course it's way more flexible. So if you need something with MIDI ins and outs, then maybe you should think about that unit, in my opinion. But other than that, yeah, it's really hard to find something that price range. I think there is one by Harley Benton, DNA FX Git, which still I didn't try out. Also there's the Hot Tone Ampero, which also I didn't try out. But honestly, I doubt that they can compete with the NUX. And of course there are the more expensive things like the Helix Stomps and yeah, the Boss, maybe the small Boss unit, but they're all more expensive. And I cannot judge these units because I've played them only briefly in a guitar shop or something, but not under my studio circumstances. So that would be my advice if you would like to get something around 200 euro then, and you don't need that much flexibility, then the NUX MG30 would be my, yeah, be something which I recommend. The next question was, is there a gap when you are switching from one preset to another? And yeah, I can show you if there's a gap. So I will play a chord and then switch from preset 1 to preset 2. So yeah, you can hear it, but to me there is no gap or something. It's just, or at least it's not that noticeable. I've seen far worse gaps, also with the X effects or the units with more processing power but more complex effects chain. They seem to have way more gap when switching from one preset to another. And of course, another thing is you can change from within one preset you can switch scenes. So if I switch from one scene to another, maybe I would turn on the delay. There is no gap, I think. So I was switching in and out of scene 1 now, but I think I couldn't hear or recognize anything. So I'd say maybe here is another scene which I discovered now where I'm turning off the EQ. Let me try this. Maybe I can show you the editor. So yeah, let me get this for you. Where do we have it? There it is. So I'm currently in this recto patch. Let me turn off the modulation because maybe it's... I would just engage here the EQ and the modulation from scene 1. So no gap, I think. And next question was, can you assign the wah globally to the effects pedal? And I didn't check the manual about that from that unit, but I think you have to select within one patch which function the expression pedal is assigned to. So here you can choose from wah, effects, and something. Currently the wah is selected, but if you choose maybe effects, and here then flanger and level, so this will control the level of the flanger. And here if you are choosing wah, then it's just of course the wah frequency. But in another channel it will it can be assigned to another function. So as you can see here, it's assigned to the mod and stereo chorus, so the intensity of the stereo chorus, the modulation effects. What you can do is, or if you want to engage the wah or the this pedal here, you have to push on the pedal. I will do it now by hand. Then it's turned on or engaged. And if it's not engaged, it's controlling another function. It's controlling the volume function here, I think. But I've engaged it now. And as I said here in this patch, it's controlling the intensity of the stereo chorus. I don't know if you can see it here. Sorry, I have to control it with my hand, but then I cannot play that fancy stuff. There you can see. And if I switch now to the archetype Petrucci preset, it's suddenly controlling the wah. But it's still engaged. And yeah, this is something which you can assign globally. So you can assign that globally the pedal stays engaged, or it's always disengaged when you are switching a preset. I'll check out briefly the other functions, but I think there's nothing more here you can control about the pedal. The pedal here on the unit itself. So yeah, I think yeah, it's not the case that you can assign the function globally here, but in my opinion it's not needed anyway. So you can assign your patches like you want, and if you want the wah in every patch, then you can assign the wah in every patch. So let's disengage it, and yeah, that was the wah question. But what is maybe of interest for you is also, how are the VARs different? I think that was another question, and as you can see here, I'm using the Clyde VAR model. If I'm switching to the Crybaby, you can see it's basically addressing a different frequency range. So it's going a little bit more up and a little bit less down. So if you're in the down position, it stays here, around maybe 300 or 400 hertz. It's like boxy as hell. As the Clyde goes down way more, but doesn't go that far up. So in my opinion, the Clyde is a little bit more pleasant to the ear. And we have this V847, which seems to be a little bit of a combination of both. It goes more down, but also way more up than the Clyde. We have the horse VAR, maybe the bad horse. Can we control the contour here? Ah, yeah. And also the range, which is interesting. So that gives it a lot more flexibility. Yeah. Here you can adjust the frequency range, which is great. And the octave shift, which is the whammy. Sorry, as I said, I have to use it by hand. Yeah, but you can see it's acting like a whammy, and it sounds also decent. Was that Rage Against the Machine? I think so. Can I turn it off here? No, not here. What was it? Anyway, yeah, it's acting like a VAR, and of course you could get this with other modeling units using the shift function and then assign a controller to the pedal board. Here it's way easier because it's already set up like you would expect the whammy. Great. Yeah, so you have the different VAR options, and especially with the bad horsey, where you can choose the frequency range. In my opinion, it's the maximum flexibility. What else do we have question-wise? I think there was also one question about the pitch shifting or the harmonizer function. And I think I've explained this, or I was checking out this in another video. Anyway, that was an earlier firmware, so maybe they changed something here. So let me try to play something in, well, let's stick to A minor or C major. Of course, this is one octave down, but let's try to. Sounds really harsh in my ears. I'd like to put it here. No, it's not possible. Maybe. Of course, you can reduce the volume, but here with bendings you can hear artifacts. honestly, I'm not a specialist about these pitch shifting units. I use them from time to time, but I didn't check out them in detail, so I don't know if there are artifacts in the X effects. I think I've never recognized some. Honestly, here in the upper region, it's also not noticeable, but I'm playing here and you can definitely hear it. I think it's a usable function, but maybe you should keep an eye on the balance here, and also maybe I would take out some highs. But that is something which I also recognize with the XFX, at least with the XFX 2. Harmonizer function was working similar to this, which is smooth more or less, but I had to take out some highs. Anyway, I think they did quite a good job here. For what songs did I use it? I think let me try out something. Wonder if you can recognize the song. Something like that, I think. I used it one time. And also, of course, where is it? I don't know if you know that song, but yeah, it's working. I think it's a useful tool for a live situation. And another question which I got was how dynamic the amps react to your volume knob. So for that purpose I would disengage the boost and the noise gate and just use the plain amp. Turn off the beautiful harmonist. I think here erased. So honestly, I'm not an expert of that kind of things, but with this amp model it sounds really nice. So it's the Marshall DSL or JCM 2000, I think, which is maybe the Marshall with the most gain here. But now it's almost clean. And I just rolled back the volume here. By the way, this is a Harley Benton Fusion guitar with Roswell pickups. Very nice guitar. Please check out my review about these guitars. Clean. Distorted. So this worked really nice. But let's check out another amp model which is maybe supposed for these kind of things, in my opinion, which is the Plexi. Where is it? Plexi 100. Of course, the amp sounds way too bright. crank the master, crank the gain, and let's choose my cap. Let's reduce the bass here. And let's reduce the gain a little bit. Maybe some power amp distortion. Was it Nirvana? Anyway, to be honest, it's way more dynamic than I would expect from these low budget units. As far as I remember, the Mower G200 or G300 even is not that dynamic. But honestly, I didn't try that out side by side, and usually I'm boosting the amps with something here with the steel singers. So if you do this, maybe you will lose some of these dynamics usually. Still working, but of course you don't get it that clean, but maybe that's due to the pedal here. Turn it off, we have a clean sound. Turn it on, a little bit of distortion going on. And if you roll up the volume, of course this is the bridge pickup, neck pickup. Maybe the split mode. Turn on the pedal. Roll up the volume. I think there's nothing to complain about this. It's basically there, the dynamics. Also, you can feel it when playing. You have this nice pick attack, which the plexis have when you're playing soft. When you're playing hard, you get the compression, the power amp saturation maybe. You crank the bias, and then you have this liquid lead tone. And not that much of these harsh frequencies which you get when you're picking very soft. Yeah, so I hope this helps you if you are interested about these dynamics of the amp models. And yeah, it's a great unit. I think these are the questions which I would like to try to answer at least. And all I can say about these effects, I think I've tried them all at least briefly, and they all sound really really great. Honestly, I'm struggling with the effects in the other cheaper units, especially in the mowers. It's very hard to get a decent delay there, especially stereo delay. Still, I couldn't get it even with the mower G300 and with the Valeton also. Here you have the pan delay and sounds kick-ass like on the Archetype Petrucci or the XFX. I think I've made a video where I was playing through my front of house system, and yeah, it was really kicking ass, especially the neighbors' asses, which like the bass, the amount of bass coming from this unit. Anyway, that's another story. So yeah, I hope you get out something of this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.